First, I would like to thank Richard Devine for inviting us to the studio. It was an honor being able to check you out in your element, and both times I've had a great time. I also want to congratulate you for the stuff that you did with Google Stadia and Jaguar. A lot of people will overlook that sound design can go into more things than just music, and that's why Richard Devine is one of those rare cases where you have a sound designer that does a lot of experimentation and tries to get as much as possible out of little as possible. So I do recommend that you follow him on IG, because he has a fantastic IG page where he shows a little bit of tidbits of the things that he do to create those sounds, and he has inspired me to do a lot of things, especially the ones in this video. The things I'm going to show you in this video is some things that he has showed me, and he's also one of the guys that I really appreciate that has done a lot of things, and respectfully so, that he also still listens to a lot of things that people have as far as feedback and different ideas. And that is a monument to true leadership as well, is that you don't get to a certain point in life to where you don't listen to somebody because you accomplished something. And we all can learn from that, and we all can be humbled down from people like Richard Devine and many others that I work with. But let's go ahead and check out some of the stuff that I got to show you, because it is really dope and juicy information. So me and Richard Devine was talking about like advanced drum kit design, and one of the things that we talked about was this tool right here, which we both actually worked on, which is Sonic Charge Microtonic. He does some presets for it as well as I have, and what he applied was Brauer Motion, and the drum started going insane. And from there, I'm just gonna go ahead and just play the example track real quick without Brauer Motion on. And I do apologize if I said the name wrong. So yeah, it can make some really strong drums. This is a drum synth, by the way. And yeah, shout out to Marcus, by the way. The guys over there at Sonic Charge. Let's go ahead and play with Brauer Motion. I'm gonna play so y'all can hear some of the crazy stuff it could do. And I got Brauer Motion on right now. So what you hear is universal panning. So studio monitors or headphones here make it nuts. See, it just goes insane. And then you can change like the beats. It's crazy. You also can change like the different phases that you have. And I have other drum loops too that will relate to the context of my channel. But I was like, what? I mean, if I really want this to relate to the context of my channel, just slow it down. Some of the presets here, because this has a large preset library. Let me go ahead and A and B this on. The effect is off. Now it's on. You can hear differences. So what I'm going to do here that we actually talked about, and that would be, what was it, torque. Now I already talked about torque on this channel. I've talked about it using in different applications and stuff like that. But torque, what torque does is it allows you to channel into a certain signal. So when you go in here, I'm gonna go and you can pick out a signal. Right now I'm using Focus. Shout out to Focus, the producer. And what that's going to do is when I play this drum loop again, it's going to allow me to change the pitch in real time without any aliasing. And as you can see, it's a really powerful tool, but it's not only in this frequency. You can choose the different frequency that you want to affect. the lower frequency. Maybe I don't want the lower frequency in there. Maybe I want to go in the higher frequency and change the pitch there, so I can go and change it there. Let's go ahead and change that. And it's all dependent on how you set your threshold. You want your threshold to be where you can see the green. As you can see right there, it's not affecting it right now. And torque. Well, I already know about torque, but that was one of the things I showed him. And then he was like, damn, you could really do some sick drums here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on into another drum loop of some sort. And I'm going to go up here and select that right now, so you can hear the benefit of this. So I'm going to go ahead and affect right about here. So we have a lot of me here. So you can really make like your drum slam. So the next thing we have here is Metafilter. And Metafilter is pretty interesting. Now, shout out to Yatam. Yatam is the one that really put me onto this. But I wanted to spread the knowledge and show Richard something along the lines as far as using filters to engage a certain kind of frequency. For those who don't know, if the incoming sound into a filter has a lot of distortion or something like that, you get really interesting results. It's kind of how if you hear a guitar player playing into a wall filter, and if you have distortion coming into the wall filter from the guitar, you get a very interesting tone for the guitar because it has a lot of harmonics to play with in between that. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and play it now. I'm going to select a filter, and I'm going to go and choose follow frequency, and then I'm going to bring the filter in. And as you can see, as I go further down, you get very interesting results. So we're going to slow that down. And we're going to get another drum line in here. So to give this some proper context, what I'm going to do is I am going to compare and contrast. So this is the wet right now, so I'm going to go to the dry by hitting this setup. So that's how it sounds originally. Now with Metafilter, you can do a lot of things. One of the things is that you can bit crush, so you can get a little lo-fi, and that just makes your drums really crunchy. Change the drive. Of course, you can, if it's clipping, you can lower the output. You can smooth it. And as you can see, you get some really crazy drums by using Metafilter. Don't forget, you can change the filters. Richard, man, I swear. Ooh, that was really harsh. Just a high pass filter. Yeah, you can have fun. And also there's some delays too as well that you can bring in. Let's go ahead and bring in that. Man, Metafilter is one of those underrated plugins by Waves, and it's cool because I've been making a whole bunch of drums and stuff for different kinds of artists, And I know that Richard does use a Metafilter for a lot of things too as well. And yeah, so it, you know, whatever. It's not, I don't like this video because I'm just telling everything I want people to know. But other than that, so there is Smack Attack. There's Smack Attack. Smack Attack is cool. What it is basically is a transient shaper. And you know, with transient shaping, you can make things extremely loud. You can squish them, but also give them a new kind of a shape. And, you know, that makes for some pretty interesting results here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and run this drum loop. And we're going to get a little bit more tempo because it is a faster drum loop. Hey. I'm gonna roll down the output because what Smack Attack does have a lot of attack, and it has a lot of smack. So you have attack decay, and you'll notice if I add more attack, things are squishing up, and the display actually shows that. So what you would do is just roll the output up. Mess with the sustain next. Now it's good for getting a pumpy sound, and with the relationship of the sustain, you can see by color that you can see what is happening. And as you see, I'm going to go ahead and run that. Now I can almost take out like other parts of that transient of the drums and stuff that I don't want in this drum loop just by using Smack Attack, and just have just the smack. It's like what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and lower that. So tell me how you feel about this video. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed seeing some of the stuff that I learned from Richard Devine. I also have another video coming up very soon, and it is about Leslie Breastwaite, because I have worked with Leslie Breastwaite. And if you don't know who Leslie Breastwaite is, I need you to get familiar with him as well. But anyways, thank you again, Richard Devine, for inviting me out to your studio, and I really do appreciate the hospitality, and much success to you and many more. Hope we get to join you again.